What is up, everybody? It is Wade or Wade, and welcome back to another episode of ToTheGains. So, sorry for the little delay. Life kind of, hits us, but still know I'm getting after these gains pretty much every single day, whether you see a video or not. So, it's a lifestyle I live day in, day out, 365. It's just the way I am. It's wild, I know, but today it's going to be fun. I know a lot of people have been waiting on this. It's a leg day video. It's going to be my basic leg day. A lot of the reason why you haven't seen legs done by myself yet, I'll be honest, this is something I skipped. Anybody that knows me personally knows I love arms. I love upper body days. That's my bread and butter. Legs is not that for me. So this kind of has been a personal commitment of mine to consistently hit these legs. I'm trying to get tree trunks, y'all. Not really that tree trunk, bigger tree trunk than that, but that's the goal. That's what I'm going for. Some thickness in the legs. For too long, they've been underdeveloped. That changes with ToTheGains. So if everybody is enjoying the content, please again make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Our Instagram and TikTok will be linked down below. It is ToTheGains. Should be right here on the screen as well. Let's see how my editing is. Woo! Let's go. But we are gonna go meet up with Dave, hit some legs in the gym. It's gonna be a standard workout, nothing special, nothing quad, hamstring, or like glute focused. It's just gonna be overall leg day. I will dive into more of those workouts, honestly, when my legs develop. All right, guys, here we are. Got some pre-workout in the bottles. I think today we got a new flavor. We got harness, big sky, no clue, bunch of fruits and shit on the side. Color option.
Smells real nice.
It smells good. Yeah, it smells like berries. So, smells pretty good. All right,
try it.
ToTheGains. Let's get it.
ToTheGains.
All right, guys, so we started out with the pin-loaded squat machine. So with really any leg day that I've tried to do, I typically will do like 1 to 2 compound movements at the beginning of the workout, and then go into more isolated workouts, kind of like the same vibe that we do with chest, back, shoulders, pretty much everything else. Legs is no exception. With this, you notice I do have the wrist straps or the knee straps on. For me, I have bad knees. I've had bad knees pretty much my whole life. When I was growing up, I played baseball, I skateboarded, I was a hip-hop dancer for a little bit, so I was constantly using my knees. So when it came time to me working out and trying to grow my legs, it was something that was kind of difficult for me. I found tension and stress in my knees a lot. So it's something that, if you notice, my range of motion is kind of under what you might typically see someone doing their range of motion. Dave is kind of going a little bit fuller with that range of motion, but it's about to cut back to me. And with that, I only go a little bit. I think Dave made a joke about the 3 plates on each side, but yeah, like if you look, I'm not really going full range of motion. I'm trying to use my hands to sort of connect with my legs throughout the whole movement. Really for this, I feel it kind of at my hips almost, like the top part of the quad, but it's like close to my hips, and then I feel it kind of in the glutes as well. The lower you go, the more glute activation you have. With this, it's a great movement. So we moved on to this Karina cable squat. Shout out to her. Little joke of somebody I know in person who showed me this workout. Now this, if you notice, I'm taking a bar, putting it behind my knees, and then I'm stepping back, and I'm basically just doing body weight squats, essentially. But if you notice, I had the 57s on there, I believe. The heavier you do go, the more difficult it is. Don't let this fool you. I believe Dave makes a joke about this later in this clip. This workout will kill you, 100%.
Don't be embarrassed to do this exercise. It may look like an Instagram influencer exercise, but this really will grow your legs.
So we supersetted that movement with this stationary dumbbell lunge. For me, in this particular situation in the gym today, this was the easiest option we had. Again, with this, I sort of keep that range of motion. I try to imagine in my head my knee sort of dropping and hitting the ground, the back knee. That's kind of the vibe that I have in my head. Really with this, I feel it in the quads, I feel it in the glutes, the sides of my legs, the hips. It's a great thing to just pump blood into the legs. By the end of it, I feel like I'm about to fall over. It's a great thing, especially with the superset. It's something that, when used in combination together, is just insane. I believe you're going to see Dave doing back-to-back with that after this. It's something that I try and always do. I try and keep high intensity every day that I do train.
Whoa.
If not, I feel like I'm not doing too much in the gym. Alright, so now we moved on to the Romanian deadlift. So if you notice, we had about 2 movements that were more quad focused. Now this is going to be one that is more hamstring focused. 2 main points really to focus on. One, I'm keeping my back as flat as possible. I don't really want that arch to happen. For me, I feel like when you keep that back as flat as possible, you're really engaging the hamstrings, the back of the leg. And then the other half of the thing to notice is I'm trying to keep the bar as close to my legs as possible the whole way down. I don't really let it fall down. I'm really trying to draw a line, like kind of an imaginary line, right alongside my legs. That's the kind of mentality I have in my head. And then when I come up, I'm just focusing on squeezing the hamstring. This is something, if you do it properly, you won't need to go heavy. You'll just need to pump a little bit of blood. We did speed up both of these clips just because the range of motion and sort of the tempo that I use in this movement is rather slow. I really like to feel it in my hamstrings. I feel like if you go too fast, you're not really engaging the muscle as much. Give this a shot if you do Romanian deadlifts, and try it this way. Try going a little bit slower, keeping that bar as close to your legs as possible, and just utilizing the hamstrings. So now we are moving into the pin-loaded leg press. Now, this is something, again, I can't really go too heavy on just because of my knees and sort of my past medical issues, I guess you could say. But this is something that it more of the end of the workout, I'm really using to pump the blood. Again, this is, I guess you could consider it more of a quad dominant leg day, but there is a little bit of hamstrings being worked. There is a little bit of glute. There is a hefty amount of quads being activated. But with this, really, you just want to pump the blood. Right here, I'm just trying to think about the quads being used. Now, if you notice Dave, he is going with a different foot placement. Depending on where you put your feet on a leg press is going to determine what muscles are really being engaged. Usually, if you go kind of feet lower at the pad, I guess you could say, it's going to work more of your quads. If you go higher, it's going to work more of your glutes. Give that a shot. Kind of test out different options. See how it feels. Now, we finished up the leg workouts with the quad extension machine, the pin loaded. Now this, again, something, just pump the blood, utilize your hands to sort of poke your quads so that way you can feel the muscle being utilized. If you notice, Dave is kind of grabbing the side, but he's definitely feeling his quads being used. He's got a great mind to muscle connection. He's been working out legs a lot longer than I have, so honestly I think his legs look significantly better than mine. So shout out Dave, good shit, keep it up. But you can definitely tell his quads are being utilized throughout the entirety of this movement. With me, that's pretty much what I try to do. I just try and think of like tricep push down, but on your quad. You kind of think of it in that way and you try to get your mind there. I think it's a little bit easier. Alrighty guys, so you already know we had to finish on the hanging leg lifts. This time I tried to spice it up for y'all a little bit. It's getting to the point where I can just do so many of these hanging leg lifts that I might as well start adding some weight. So with this, I believe it was only like a 4-pound ball, but I'll be honest, it felt like it was 40-50 pounds. I could barely keep the ball in between my feet, pushing them together, but this is something I'm gonna again try and do every single day. Let's see how heavy I can get that thing, and let's see how well my abs develop.
Sorry guys, hopefully you enjoyed that workout. Ow, my car is hot as shit. That was more your standard leg day. If you guys enjoyed that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Drop down in the comments if you want to see more of like a quad, more of a hamstring, or like a glute focused day. Honestly, I'm gonna hit all three at some point, so just stay tuned and we'll get right to that. But apart from that, you already know, got the protein in there. We got the Diamatize. Can't really see it. Move, Dave. There we go. Boom. Got it in there.
ISO 100. We got Choco Pino once again.
Oh shit, your car's hot too. Choco Pino, but I got the vanilla. So let's get it. To the gains.
I didn't think it was so bad.
That went down the wrong pipe.